I try not to have too many opinions about Scottish music because I mostly play Irish music, and that could get me in really huge trouble with the Scottish police. Hey fiddlers, welcome to today's fiddle focus video. I just got back from Prince Edward Island where I heard some really good fiddling, and also the last time I was playing this I was literally standing right next to a lighthouse on red cliffs. It was pretty epic. Today's focus is strathspey bowing. So we're going to be talking about 3 different ways that you can use your bow in strathspeys. These are 3 different bowing patterns that I tend to use. They just make strathspeys a little easier and more fun to play, and they sound really nice. The 3 different bowing patterns we're going to be talking about today are the Scotch snap, which sounds like it would make a really nice cocktail, 2-note slurs, and hooked bowing. If you'd like sheet music for the bowing exercises in this video, you can get those at the link in the description. You can also get sheet music and practice tracks for the tune that we're focusing on today, Captain Campbell, which is a really fun strathspey, if I do say so myself. I chose it, so I'm a little biased. All right, let's learn 3 different bowings for strathspeys. So strathspeys have a particular rhythm to them. You'll get some phrases where you have this dotted rhythm that's just going long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Other phrases where you'll have short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. And other phrases where you kind of mix it up. So you might have short, long, long, short, or long, short, short, long. That's a lot of information in a very short amount of time, but don't worry, we're gonna slow it down. Here's an example of what a strathspey would sound like. So this is the A part of Captain Campbell, which is one of my favorite strathspeys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you hear a little bit of that short, long, long, short, and then also long, short, short, long in just that first phrase. Let's take a look at this. So we have a short, long, long, short. When you have a short, long, so a 16th note and then a dotted 8th note, that's the Scotch snap. Some people also call this the Scots snap. I try not to have too many opinions about Scottish music because I mostly play Irish music, and that could get me in really huge trouble with the Scottish police. So the Scotch snap is just this really quick little down bow, and then the up bow. And that down bow can sometimes have a little crunch to it. You want to make sure you're not trying to cover too much ground with that down bow. It's just real quick. Some people talk about kind of throwing your hand in a down bow direction and then doing the up bow. So that's the Scots snap, and that comes up twice in that first measure of the tune. You've got it here, and at the end right here. Let's try that. For the next bowing, just the 2-note slur, we're going to go to the end of the A part. And here's where that 2-note slur is going to come in. When we play, we have another short, long, where you could do a Scots snap, but instead we're going to just slur those notes in one bow. And if you want that little bit of crunchiness, you can always dig in a little bit at the beginning. And the last bowing we're going to do is the hooked bowing. Hooked bowing can be a little weird for people because basically it's a slur, but there's a stop in between the 2 notes. This is what it'll sound like. You're doing 2 up bows on those 2 notes, but there's a stop in between them. That's hooked bowing. So if you put those 2 bowings together, we have the slur, then the hooked bowing, and then we're at the end of the A part. With hooked bowing, it can help to kind of grab the string with the bow, kind of sink into it a little bit at the beginning of each note. So here's that A part one more time. We're going to start with the Scotch snap. And now we're on that last phrase, slur 2, hooked bowing. there you have it. Those are 3 bowings that you can use in Strathspeys. If you want to practice these bowings, here are some exercises you can do. The first exercise is for the Scotch snap. Here's how this exercise is going to go. So it's just that short, long, long, short pattern. And on the short, long, that's where you're practicing your Scotch snap. Etc. For practicing the other 2 bowings, we're going to smoosh those together into one exercise. So we're going to have the slur, then the hooked bowing, and we just repeat that. If you'd like sheet music for those exercises, you can get those at the link in the description. Alright gang, thanks so much for tuning in for today's fiddle focus video. I gotta say, because I am more of an Irish fiddler than a Scottish fiddler, maybe a good idea to take this with a grain of salt and consult your local Scottish fiddling experts. But these are just some bowing techniques that I have found really helpful in playing Strathspeys. If you want to learn a whole bunch of fiddling techniques and tunes from me, please do hit the subscribe button, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Happy fiddling, guys!